Welcome to our assembly on Friday the 1st of May 2020. Walking through Times Square in May 2016, American journalist Michael Rosenblum was astonished to see about 1,000 people all clustered and staring up at something. Normally, as a hardened New Yorker, he tried to ignore this kind of stuff. But you don't see 1,000 people all staring at a single spot. Something big must have happened. He turned to look. What they were all staring at, what grabbed their attention, was themselves. There, on the corner of 43rd Street and Broadway, Revlon had created a gigantic video screen that, instead of projecting ads for their latest cosmetic products, was merely showing a live video of the crowd that was staring at the screen. The ultimate selfie. And of course it worked. As they say in show business, give the people what they want. And clearly what they wanted was to see themselves. Not only were they both mesmerised and delighted at seeing their own faces on the big screen, but they took out their phones and took pictures and videos of themselves. Videos of themselves looking at themselves, looking at themselves. Many people in our society seem to record every detail of their lives on their phones, their pets, their food, their clothing. And current circumstances, like never before, have us posting ever more images of our lives online as we stay in touch with family and friends by Twitter, Facebook, Zoom, Google Meets, Microsoft Teams, Skype, Instagram, TikTok, and the rest. But let's think for a moment about why we're sharing images and stories at this time. And let's make sure that in sharing our selfies and stories, we use them to lift the spirits of those to whom we press send, and make sure that we pass on and celebrate the brave and amazing work that our contacts are doing. This week, Rishworthian Michelle Cullen-Tubb completed a round trip of 28 hours from her home in Cape Town, delivering 60,000 pieces of personal protective equipment to health workers. Evie McLaughlin is an Rishworthian and midwife who's been working additional hours on the front line, ensuring babies are born without complications at this difficult period. OR Elliot Roebuck, now in his final year of training as a doctor, jumped at the chance of a posting in the new NHS Nightingale Hospital, caring for coronavirus patients in the capital. And Charlotte Docker, who works for the NHS, posted a picture of herself on Facebook after a very long, hard shift. A wonderful example of an Rishworthian living true to the school motto, deeds, not words. This morning we must sadly remember Jan Anderson, who died on Wednesday in hospital in Huddersfield after contracting coronavirus. Jan was housemistress at Upper Goat House, where she and her family lived throughout the 1960s and 70s and into the 80s. Jan touched the lives of so many and helped them transition from schoolgirls into young women and Rishworthians. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family and friends at this sad time. This week I've received so many nominations for commendations that some must wait for recognition until the next assembly, but I'm very pleased to commend the following students today. Tom, Hattie, Sam and Lewis from Year 12, who've been embracing new learning techniques and making excellent progress through live lessons in A-level physical education. Maddie in Year 10 has produced outstanding work in psychology. She only joined the subject in January, but has completed all assignments well ahead of schedule. Her answers have been thought-provoking, and she's approached all her work with positivity and enthusiasm. Nathan in Year 9, who was moved to Set 1 in Spanish just prior to the remote learning starting, found the transition tough, but he's demonstrated commitment and resilience, getting in touch via Google Classroom with his teacher. He's now mastered 3 new tenses, and we think that his mum, who's a key worker, deserves to get half of the commendation, as she too's been helping him at home. Katie in Year 9 has written a superb detailed lockdown diary in English lessons on her thoughts and feelings in these uncertain times. 2 days were asked for, but Katie submitted a whole week. Lily May from Year 8 has not only been completing classwork in music to an excellent standard, but she's also been making great progress with her singing and piano accompaniment. Oscar and Jessica, also in Year 8, are commended for their inspiring videos based on the formation of the Grand Canyon, and Lucy in Year 10 is commended for her continued hard work and outstanding extended learning in GCSE geography. Peter and Charlotte from Year 11 are recognised in French. They've worked with interest, application, determination, commitment and good humour throughout their course and finished with excellent mock examination performances. Rihanna and Connor in Year 7 have created outstanding Caesar cipher wheels as part of their computer science lessons on encryption. Francesca in Year 8 has demonstrated excellent effort and determination, and Joseph and Isabel in Year 7 and Lily May in Year 8 have consistently produced outstanding work in science this term. Well done to you all. Alexandra in Year 10 took part in the Jess Gillam Virtual Scratch Orchestra over Easter. The 930 musicians from over 26 different countries downloaded their parts, recorded their performances and submitted them of David Bowie's Where Are We Now? It was then arranged and aired on YouTube last Wednesday. She was lucky enough to be shown in the video, which also included cellist Sheka Kana-Mason, who played at Prince Harry's wedding, you may remember, last year. Alexandra could now claim she's played both with Sheku and David Bowie. Commendations also go to siblings Lily May, Malachy, Kyle and Patrick for finding time between their remote learning to help deliver and hand rear a flock of lambs. Great work, guys. And for the past 3 weeks, the Henderson family have been running a mini food bank from their home, which has involved boxing up and delivering food parcels to vulnerable families in Halifax and Huddersfield who suddenly find themselves in much need. Each week, Jacob, Isabel and Joseph have put in several hours helping to sort and pack all these boxes. It's great to see them helping others in their community. They're now also selling vegetable plants from a stall at the end of their street to raise money for Overgate Hospice. Feeling part of and contributing to our community is so important at this time, and we pray that each time we post our images online or connect with the world outside our homes, we will demonstrate the courage to be all that we should be for each other. I wish you a safe and happy weekend.